All right. Good morning. I hope everyone's having a fabulous Saturday morning today. We are live. It's the ladies of Grown Woman Gaming coming at you. We got Miss Delilah, Miss Lady, Miss Charisse, and why don't you say hello, ladies?
Hey.
What's up?
All right. Well, as usual, we are going to start with we've had like a super entertaining and like crazy week with GDC and everything else popping off. We're gonna have a special spotlight at a point in this podcast for Miss Lady Infamous to talk about her experiences at some of the GDC events with Microsoft. But we're gonna start with our intros and what we've been playing. So, Lady, why don't you start with that?
Okay, I haven't played much this week. Because I was working and going to the events at the same time, which was a struggle. But we made it happen. I played Rainbow Six Siege on Sunday, which I'm really enjoying on doing it on a Sunday. And I believe on Monday I played Bloodborne with my friend Nick. He came back from LA, so I love playing Bloodborne with him, so that's what we were playing. Then the events, and then Friday, last night, I played Earth Defense Force 5 with Anshiv Zeldrick and Jay Sharpie. It's the Starship Troopers, the video game to me. It's just, I played, that's all I played, but it was great to get back into, the swing of things.
Cool. What about Charisse? What have you been playing?
Oh, you know what I've been playing.
Yeah, I do.
The only game that matters right now until Mortal Kombat comes out. Division 2.
Of course.
I just reached level 23, 24. I'm gonna get 30 tonight.
I thought I left you at 24 the other night.
Oh, yeah, y'all are up there.
Well, I might be 26 then because I leveled up twice last night. But I'm gonna reach 30 before the night is over with. I'm gonna reach 30.
All right, you going?
I'm going
30.
Yeah, we're gonna be 30. But yes, that's all I've been playing literally since it has dropped. That is all I've done. But besides playing that, I have been streaming more with my camera. So if anybody swings by, please tell me what it looks like. If I look like I need to do my hair or something, let me know.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying because I stream in the morning time, so it'd be funny.
Yes.
It'd be funny.
You stream while I'm at work. It's like as soon as I get there, I'm looking down. She's streaming.
I wake up, I get an alarm, and then 10 minutes later, I get 2 notifications from Charisse saying she's streaming.
Yeah,
my ass be asleep.
Yeah.
I'll be up. I'll be up when she be streaming.
Yeah,
that's because you get up at the ass crack of dawn to go to work. So
I know, right? But it's good to pop up every once in a while.
Thank you, lady.
You're welcome.
All right, well, Delilah, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a little bit of Division 2, but I've been playing mostly lately since it dropped. It's Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Okay, how is that?
It's fun. It's fun. It takes me back to the old Ninja Gaiden 1 on OG Xbox days. Oh man, it feels so tight. The controls feel super tight. You get these abilities or whatever. It's dope. I'm loving it. It's very difficult. It reminds me of if Ninja Gaiden and Dark Souls had a baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel soulsy as much as I would say Bloodborne does, but it's still it's pretty good. It's fun. And I think it has just enough difficulty to kind of keep you interested, but not too hard to where you just want to quit. It's pretty well balanced so far.
Yeah, because that was my biggest issue with Dark Souls. It's I play. Everybody knows I play. I don't feel that I'm someone that can't play, but I probably spent an hour trying to get past the first boss in Dark Souls 3, and I was I'm just not with this. I can't do this. If everything's gonna be like this, I can't do this.
Yeah, with Dark Souls, it's more slow and methodical sometimes. Whereas with Sekiro, it's more fast paced. You get this cool grappling hook that you can pull yourself up to higher points, and because you're supposed to stealth your way through it, but sometimes you can just go like balls to the wall and like try to take out everybody in one go.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. It's so far, like I said, it's fun, pretty well done. But I'm still kind of early in the game too. So.
All right. Well, I myself have been playing a ton of The Division 2. I am now level 30. I'm waiting for Miss CHAREECE to do the strongholds. So like I tried to get on last night and I was like, I don't want to do any of this because I don't have CHAREECE to do these strongholds with. So hurry up.
What's the level cap? I'm curious.
30.
Okay.
30. Okay. And then you go to your gear score. Again, we hitting it this weekend, if nothing else. Like, I ain't cooking, I ain't cleaning, we hitting it.
Well, I'm gonna be like mainly offline after Wednesday, so although I am bringing my Xbox on vacation, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be sitting on Xbox, you know. So yeah.
Hey, my husband is going out of town for a conference. I ain't got nothing else. My feeding my child cereal.
Right.
And we game it.
We're gonna find out he's calling out of work and shit. Like
at least he had noodles or something. You said cereal.
I'm sick. But
look, it's the vision. Straight up, I gotta get 30. I gotta get to it.
It's awesome. I'm really enjoying the game. And then Apex Legends, because the season pass came out, which
that's right.
The season pass is a little lackluster. I was expecting a little bit more, like a change in the map, a special section or something like that.
Right.
That didn't occur. I do like the new character they integrated. He's pretty fun. He's kind of a tweaker though. And then and this is just my like crazy dirty mind, but he'll take a syringe, right? And he'll stick it in his leg, but sometimes he sticks it on his forehead and he runs super fast and it just looks like a dildo.
Oh man.
On top of his head. Like it's wobbling around and shit, you know? And I'm just like,
okay, I have to see this.
What is that?
I have to see this now.
I'm like, what is this? And then, you know, you think like, am I the only one that thinks this? Which I could be.
Probably not.
But
no, probably not.
But yeah. So and then so it's cool, but I was expecting a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're competing with Fortnite, you know? So like when they have a new pass, it's usually like a change to the map or some type of change to activities. So that's the only thing. But that's what I've been playing. Now, since we've all talked about what we've been playing, we have a good amount of topics today. First, coming up, we're going to start off slow and then, you know, get a little momentum. But Quantic Dream is releasing some of its heavy hitters to PC. And how do you ladies feel? Well, apparently you don't like that.
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that
she's like, it's too early.
Right?
No.
Okay, I'm just playing. No.
It's not that. Okay, look. If you ain't never played these games, I suggest you play them. My thing is, how much are they going to run for?
That's a good question.
Because these games old as shit, and they just going on PC. So are you guys going to give them the PC deal, the PC Master Race sale, or you want to, especially, and it says on the Epics,
they're going to charge full price.
They better not.
Epic Store exclusive?
They're going to charge full price.
To me, they're wonderful games. I mean, if you've never played them, I suggest you get them if the price is right for you as an individual. Me, I done played all these games on my PlayStation, and I feel like, you know, majority of people who got a PC, because I know people that got a PC and a console, is more likely PC PlayStation versus PC Xbox. So I know like the majority of my homies and homettes, they played these games before. So it's not, I don't need to play it on PC for the extra graphics. You know, I'm all about the story. I'm all about the story. So good. Yay, PC.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you don't have a PlayStation 4, then and you just a primary PC gamer, you don't have those games, and definitely this is gonna appeal to you. But I agree with Lady, the price is gonna make the difference.
Did they say the price already?
I didn't. When I was looking at the article, I didn't see a price either.
Okay. Yeah, because I would say, like, don't ask for $60 again.
It's old.
But they probably will.
I don't think they will.
Question: Are they gonna be bundled together, or is it 3 separate games?
They've got to be 3 separate games.
Yeah, I think it's 3 separate.
Because that would be awesome if they bundled it.
Because Detroit is the more recent game, so this is going to cost the most. It's Detroit.
Yeah. I guess for me, the weirdest part about all of this, doesn't Sony own one of the IP for those games? Like Detroit, I thought the Sony owned.
That's what I thought.
One of the IP. So I don't. To me, it's a little bit weird that they're gonna make it exclusive to Epic Store and it's going to PC. And it's like, if that's true, if Sony does own the IP, what does that mean about the other games? You know, it's kind of like that whole deal with Ori and the Blind Forest, or the rumor that Ori and the Blind Forest, and that Cuphead. Well, we know Cuphead is going to Switch, you know. But see, the difference is that the developer owns that Cuphead IP, so it's not like Microsoft owned that. So I mean, I guess it's not a one-to-one comparison, and so that's why it's weird to me that Sony's like, if they do own it, they're gonna put it on the Epic Store. Like, what? This doesn't make any sense.
Hey, money always talks. So maybe they offered enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. A lot of the things that I saw said that Sony doesn't own the IP. So I think it's very interesting that it's on the Epic's Game Store. I mean, they're like really coming with the 1-2 punch over here. But yeah, I don't think that it's a bad thing. I mean, even when Xbox, like, they're putting Halo on PC, I don't feel that that's a negative thing.
Me either.
I mean, it doesn't hurt me that it's going to be on PC, and it doesn't affect me in any way. So I don't see why people get so upset, but it's on there because it's a topic.
Yeah, and as long as I have an opportunity to still play it on console, and to me, with that, it shouldn't be a problem. It's like, you're increasing software sales, so that should entice them to make sequels. Like, I want a sequel to some of the games they released on console that didn't do well. So PC players, go ahead and buy it. Buy up. Doggone, I don't care.
I think people forget this is a business first.
Right.
And the whole point is to make money. Yeah. And the more platforms that your game is on, the more money you're going to make.
And then the more opportunity they'll have to make more games because they're bringing in more revenue. So it's really to the benefit of the gamer on any platform. But all right, so the next thing, which is I guess a Lady Infamous topic, maybe she'll be interested in this, but Call of Duty is going mobile. Did you guys read that?
Yeah,
I saw that.
Oh my goodness,
I saw that.
Disrespectful.
No, lady, it's not. The little kids gotta play something in school when they're not learning. Seriously,
they're trying to get that Fortnite money. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real.
My problem is they should have been done this. They should have been done this with the technology that we have acquired over the past 10 years or so. They should have had Call of Duty on mobile, and I believe they did have some kind of Call of Duty game mobile way back in the days, but I'm not too sure. But they should have did this already. Probably when Infinite Warfare, is that the name of the game that I didn't get? Yeah. Infinite Warfare, when that came out, that's when they should have put that on mobile, because now it's so oversaturated. I looked up Call of Duty mobile on my Apple phone. You see how many like copycat Call of Duty games out there? Mm-hmm. How you gonna change from those types of games? Also, it's like the most important thing. Is this gonna be a campaign on mobile? Is it gonna? Because I know it's zombies on mobile already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Call of Duty Zombies is on mobile. But like with multiplayer, I assume it's multiplayer online on your phone. So you can't play this on the bus. If your connection is not popping or your service is not popping, you won't. I would feel bad if I had a Merciless and I got all my kill streaks, and I'm in the bus and I'm going through a tunnel and it shuts off on me and I get kicked off. You know what I mean? That is how I think about it. That's just how I feel. I mean, they not guarding. They not targeting me with this Call of Duty Mobile. I like Call of Duty, but I just don't want to see it on my mobile. Maybe one day, but just not today. Not today.
All right. Well,
yeah, I kind of ran it there. I kind of ran it there. I'm sorry.
It's good. Are any of you other ladies interested in Call of Duty Mobile?
Yeah, Charisse, ain't you interested?
For once, I am not. But I can see where they get the idea for doing it. Again, everybody wants their Fortnite money, and mobile is awesome. That money is rolling, and it's going to continue to roll in. But like Lady said, they should have been done this. There's so many copycats on the Google Play Store. Mm-hmm. But it would be awesome if they could some kind of way tied in with the actual game. Like if you play the mobile, you can actually what's the money, the currency in Call of Duty? You could actually convert that, take that to your account into your actual game, or I don't know, earn skins faster, because they need a reason for you to play this game. And as of right now, there's absolutely no reason for people like me and Lady to play this game. So they need something to help tie it in, that way we can actually play it. Like if you play the Injustice game mobile, you got an extra skin for the actual game. Same with the Batman Arkham Asylum. Because WB, the Warner Brothers, when they play have their mobile games, they'll link it with their actual games, and you get extra stuff for that. So again, they need a reason for us to play, and right now I see none. Just because it's free don't mean don't make it good.
Don't make it good at all.
Right. Yes, the room on my phone is very covenant, and you have to do something for me to put you on them. So
does it upset any of you that like a lot of these games we pay for on console and then they take them to mobile and they're free?
No, because I like I said, I invest too much of my dinero on console gaming. So I mean, look, if I ain't hear nothing about the next Call of Duty, but I know it's gonna be Modern Warfare 4. So I'm gonna get it on mobile. I'm not gonna spend my money on no microtransaction on a mobile Call of Duty game. What do I look like? What do I look like? I'm used to like it. It's like this. People. Okay, everybody knows that Lady loves to play Call of Duty. If anybody knows, anything, Lady loves to play her Call of Duty. But I'm not going to get swindled or bamboozled just because I like Call of Duty. I learned that shit from, what was that one? Ghost?
Oh, let's not talk about that one. Don't talk about that one.
Man.
Don't do it.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. I'd rather like save up my Skrilla and get the new Call of Duty title versus spending $60 on microtransaction on a mobile game. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
All right. Well, speaking of what do I want to say? Microtransactions, Apex Legends has hit 92 million in its first month.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Right?
I wonder just how many of those people article? I just wonder just how many of those people actually made purchases within the game. Because I know I talked to my husband. He loves Apex Legends. That's his go-to game now, and he said he's already spent money on the game. So that's phenomenal. I don't know. I mean, I think easily $10. Probably more than that.
I know people that have spent at least $100.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. People that I would never have thought would have spent that kind of money. I myself have spent $40, not including the battle pass, just getting coins to buy stuff. So
gotta get those coins.
It's like the game is free, and you tend to feel more inclined to make those purchases, especially when you're only doing it like $20 at a time. You know?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm just saying. I'm telling you, Apex is gonna be my prediction. Yo, I was drunk last night. I said Aspex. I was streamed. I'm saying Apex this morning. Apex is gonna have the same. It's gonna eventually gonna kill off Fortnite. Give it
I think
about,
so.
yeah, I do. Give it about 3 years.
I don't know. I think
3
Fortnite still
years.
has an appeal. Fortnite still
Yeah.
appeals to the kids. So Apex Legends is a little bit more
That-
mature.
I tell you what, Fortnite won't make as much money now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't cut into those profits. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, it says that they've hit 50 million players in a quarter of the time that it took Fortnite to reach that number.
It's good
The
though.
number
That
is
game
large,
good.
but not necessarily too surprising. And then it says that they've made a total of 100 million in that same month. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what happens. The future is going to probably be more free to play games. That's what it's going to be like.
I mean, especially I think for a battle royale game. You know what I mean? Like, I think that because it's really more of a mode anyway than of a like full-fledged, fleshed out game,
Right.
that it's easier to profit if it's free, you know, because the main goal is to have skins and to kill people and taunt.
That's true. I mean, they hit that sweet spot. Like as far as like the little things that the battle royales were missing, as far as the pinging system, and you know, a lot of their loot and stuff like that, skin and stuff that you get look really good. And like obviously they need to be improved, but some things
Right.
need to be improved. But I mean, for the most part, they kind of hit all the check boxes. So for them to just kind of still be on this upward momentum, it's going to take another game or something major to topple them as far as battle royale go, because they done set themselves up to be the creme de la creme. Like,
Right.
because that pinging system, you know, I think
I
even
know.
Fortnite's trying to copy it.
Even the
Like,
slide, like
Yeah.
I find myself in Division, like, why can't I slide? Like,
Right.
I want to be able to slide.
Instead of just on top of cars.
yeah.
Yes, like, could you
Yeah.
imagine in the Division if we were able to slide though? Like, it would like
Oh,
turn and
it would
slide
be
and
nice.
turn. Like, yo,
Yeah, so it sometimes this happens. I mean, where a game comes out and change the entire dynamic of an industry. Like this happened.
Right.
Last time I felt like this with the game that changed the scope of something was when Gears came out. Gears of War came out, and like the whole cover based system they started up. And like how after that, like a lot of games are trying to implement more cover schematics with their games. I feel the same way when it comes to Apex. They're actually putting elements in a game that's gonna make our industry pay attention. Like, oh, yo, we can do this, we can add this. What about the voice aspects of the characters? Because the characters, you cannot talk on your mic in that game and still communicate with your team. And to me, that they nailed that. That's phenomenal. So.
yeah, I got a question from Tiger King in the chat. He asked me, what do I think about Firestorm? I believe that's the mode for Battlefield 1 or maybe Battlefield 5. I have not played that because I refuse to buy Battlefield
Is that their
5.
battle royale version? Is that their
Yeah.
battle royale add-on? Okay.
that they charged for
Oh wow, I didn't know
on
that.
top of the regular game. And I already thought that the regular game was just another version of Battlefield 1. So I will not be playing that.
So, when you said they charge for it, so are you thinking that battle royale games should just be a free mode across the board? Because I feel like Apex, like that's why it's successful. It's like, look,
Yeah.
release the game, it's free, and if you want to buy stuff, that's cool too.
Right.
But they happen to have released a good game, so that makes
Right.
a difference.
Right.
But
So
this
does
whole
that
thing with-
mean that if you know you're going to be releasing a kind of okay game, you're going to go ahead and charge up front because you know that it's kind of shitty?
Exactly, that's the point. That's the point. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's tons of people who are gonna enjoy Firestorm, but like I'm not about to now buy a game and buy a mode just to play that game. Especially when I don't know, like when I think of Battle Royale, I want a multitude of different types of weapons to choose from, and you're kind of limited when you're working with World War II or World War One. I'm good. So, all right, let's keep it moving. So the next topic is, I don't know if you guys saw the status from Sega where they're asking people their opinions on some older titles.
Mhm.
Now, what do you guys?
And filled it out.
Yeah, I figured it out too. It took forever. That was a long
Yeah.
survey.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was at least about 10 10,
I have
15
to admit,
pages
I
long.
didn't click on the survey.
Damn. I
But yeah,
didn't
that's
get
a
that
long ass
far.
survey.
Yeah.
Oh, I filled that thing out with detail. I thought about
Yeah, I
my
was like, yo, I'm
questions.
gonna really get into some information. Because I need these games in my life. I need these
I
games in my life.
honestly, Fantasy Star Online, Jet Set Radio, give me my
Give me
shit.
those,
people.
exactly.
Yeah, give me my games.
Now, this could be a signal that they might be working with someone, which a lot of people have thought that maybe Sega's going to work with Google to bring out some of these titles. What do you guys
Yeah, I
think?
know
hope
that was
not.
speculated for GDC because nobody knew
Right.
like whether they're gonna announce like a new publishing deal with someone
Right.
for the Stadia. But you know, at the same time, I'm kind of glad it's not Google because then that means everything's gonna be in the streaming type of deal, and I would rather for it to also be on console as well. So thank God for that. But oh yeah, I'm excited. Sega got a nice catalog. They got great IP. I mean, it'd be a smart move for them to start really kind of investing in those old IP, like the Jet Set Radio, like we just mentioned. And I
Yeah.
mean, come on, because you can only milk Sonic for so long. Like
And
we
they
got
milking
enough
it
Sonic.
hard.
We got enough Sonic games.
Right.
Like go back into your catalog, put these games that people remember. Like Fantasy Star Online was the jam on OG Xbox. I mean, oh my goodness, like I remember playing hours upon hours on that game. Fantasy Star. So we need to. They already released a sequel to Fantasy Star in Japan, but they never brought it over to the States. So I think that's an easy win for them if they release that the latest Fantasy Star game over here in the States. I think it'll do numbers because that's an easy win, and the game is already pretty much done. You just gotta put out a couple patches, make sure the English translation is working properly, and then boom, the game come out. It's like 3 months from now. Like just do the work. They got to do the work though. A survey can only give you so much. You got to put the effort in. So.
And then, do you think they even have anything started with anything? Like, so we've told, or you guys have told them what they want. Like, how long is it going to take?
Right. That's what I'm saying. They need an easy win because you announce something like this, like you put a survey out like this. And then people are going to have already expectations are going to be through the roof. Like, oh, they might do this, they might do that. So now while you got this buzz, people are talking about you on their podcasts, while people are talking about, oh, what can Sony be up to? Drop something. Like, I'm serious. Like, because they got so many games they haven't released in Japan they haven't brought over here. And then to me, even if they just take Persona 5 and put it on Xbox, or just do something, like, put your effort into it. Like, I don't understand why they.
Yeah.
Why the hell they say
Part of it, the survey they was asking you what consoles you want their games on. And I hope enough of Xbox users actually answered the survey and said they want these games on Xbox. Because if not, they're mostly gonna go to PlayStation.
Well, see, dollars make sense, and to me in that regard, like Microsoft needs to step up in that too. Like, I mean, they got more, they can contact with them better than we can as gamers sometimes. Like, they can build contracts and say we can partner with you guys for exclusive this or marketing deal this. We don't do that. Like, so you can't support what you don't have. I say that all the time. So if people be like, oh, we want more Sega games. Okay, well, we can only do so much to contact them and say, yeah, we want your games. It's never going to meet the amount of players they have on Sony's side. So that's when you're going to need Microsoft to step up and be like, look, we need so and so and so and so. I don't know how to put it in words, but yeah.
It's all right. Go ahead,
for me, I would. The nostalgic in me are excited for some of these titles to be somewhere in the future. But this, first of all, you can tell by this survey, it's big as hell. I mean, you want to sit there for a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's long.
It's long. So it's like, okay, I'm telling you what I own. I'm telling you what kind of games I want. I'm telling you what kind of games that I'm into. So what are you going to do with that information? This is just my input. I'm learning now that if you ask me for my input on something and you don't use that input to what you needed to do, then you're just wasting my time. And I don't want Sega to like use this as a ploy just to see what they want and not use the information that they got. Because they'll use this and get the data and sit on this information for what? Long. Well, not with Sega, but just with gaming companies in general. I just hope that some of the titles, I do want Persona on Xbox. I ain't gonna lie, I do want that. but only time will tell. I don't know how long the survey's going to be up for, and we don't know what's going to be at when the survey closed and what they're going to do with that information. I don't know that gap, so it's just a waiting game.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you to the 26 people watching. We really appreciate every single one of you that are watching. And if you feel so inclined, please hit that like button. All right. So one of the last topics before we head off into our GDC information, PlayStation is looking to start their own Inside Xbox and Nintendo Direct style live podcast or broadcast. What do you guys think about that, Delilah? Let you go first.
Go ahead and ask someone else. Like,
okay.
All right, me.
Lady, go ahead.
Okay, this goes in the category that they should have been done this. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing about a company or a business or something of that nature, that you got to be able to connect with your audience. And don't get me wrong, we're not saying that Inside Xbox haven't been the best all the time, but at least it's a way to interact with the people from that company and to show you what they have. I think PlayStation should have had done this, because now they don't have E3 coming, and which was announced like in last year, November, December? Am I right? Yeah. So they should have been like, look, we're not gonna have no E3 show this year, but bam, we gonna have this Nintendo not Nintendo Direct, PlayStation Direct channel or show for you guys. So we'll keep you updated on information of what we doing with the PlayStation brand and the games, and we'll get some interviews, and then we'll talk about exclusive shit on they shit. But they didn't do that, did they?
Yeah.
I'm like, why you want to do it now after Inside Xbox had like maybe
they have that right. I mean, they want to show off
what they do.
Right.
Yeah, they do have you absolutely right, Delilah. They do have that right. But I just feel like they doing it a little bit too late. Is that wrong to say?
No, I mean, it's not. To me, it's never too late to promote your products. Like, if you feel like, well, dang, they're realizing now that they're probably going to miss an opportunity to talk to their fans, speak to their fans without outside of E3. They don't have any kind of shows lined up. They don't have a weekly show or a direct. So this is their opportunity to be like, look, we're going to put something out there and try to promote our products to our fans, because otherwise they're not going to have a voice. That can only last so long. You can only have people going to bat for you on Twitter for so long, because you got a bunch of casuals that don't even pay attention to what's going on in Twitter game, and people, word of mouth type deal, to where they want to see something on TV. They want to, see these type of things. So I think it's a good look for them. I mean, to me, it's just competition. Like, bring it on. I want to see what kind of show they do, because that's going to make Inside Xbox better. That's going to make Nintendo Direct better. Let's go. More competition, the merrier. Make everybody else step their game up. If your show is awesome, you're going to make everybody else step their game up. Do it.
You know what? That's absolutely right. That's life. That's life, period. That's life, period.
Like, let's go.
I'm interested in seeing what they're going to show up with. Okay, you go ahead, Chareece.
First of all, I'm going to be petty and say,
of course,
they just copy it. Oh my God, Nintendo been doing Direct for how long?
Yeah.
Nintendo ain't been at the E3. I forgot they asked us even there in the first place.
Chareece, this is a copycat industry. Look at all the battle royales we starting to get. Let's get real.
I know, but damn it, Sony's supposed to be a leader. They're not supposed to copy anybody. They're supposed to be the forefront of all this innovation.
When was the last time they led something? Think about it. They copy everything.
I'm sorry, I was reading their press release. It's just this shit is funny. Then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, Sony did it better." No, Sony hell did, y'all. Nintendo and Mario did this shit. It's just, you know what? But for real though, they everybody said they do need to have an outlet to show their items, their stuff, and for it to be positive and for the spin to be what they want it to be. And if this is how they feel they need to get their word out, then hey, go ahead. It's just, first of all, give where you got this idea from. Like, give credit to where credit is due.
But they're not gonna do that. Right? I'm sipping my coffee. You know they're not gonna do that.
I'm just saying. They just like a little small byline. You got like zoom in and see it. Hey, we stole this from Nintendo. That's right. And like, hey, shout out to Microsoft also. Just seriously, just give credit where credit is due. But no, and we know we're gonna watch it at least for the first episode anyway, just to see what they're talking about. We might rag on it tomorrow, but we still gonna watch it, and we still gonna let them know that hey, y'all did a nice job, but y'all still.
How you gonna automatically rag it if you ain't seen it yet, though?
Hey, that's what people do.
Yeah, that's what people do.
Yeah.
But yes, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Well, I mean, I think it's about time. I'm pretty sure you guys like pretty much hit it on the nail, but I think it's about time. And Sony is usually the last to the party, but they typically are able to capitalize because they've let everybody do it wrong per se, and then
They learn. They
they're not
pivot.
doing what they're doing. So it'll be interesting. I'll definitely be watching the first one. Just to see like what information we're going to be getting. I'd love to know if we're going to get anything else on that crazy game Death Stranding, which I doubt. But
the game that I bought the PlayStation 4, I ain't got it yet. Man, I don't. I was like, LBOOGIE, yo, Death Stranding, cuz I'm gonna go get this PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be waiting. It's coming out 2021, something like that.
Well, saved your money for PlayStation 5.
Yeah, you might as well just wait. Like it's gonna be back compatible. I think it's gonna be backward compatible with PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. But
yeah,
but yeah, you got a long way for that game. If you bought your PlayStation for that game, I feel sorry for you, fam. Because like,
feel sorry for me, fam, because I ain't got it. Okay?
Right, it's not happening. It's just not happening.
All right, and for our last chunk of the show, we're going to talk about GDC. It's ups and downs, it's wins and losses. But first, we're going to talk to Lady Infamous because she got to go to 2 of the events hosted by Microsoft. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and talk about both of those events.
Okay. I first want to say I want to thank everybody that gave me courage to do these things, because these type of events are not easy for me, but I did my best. And I went to the first event, which was the Women in Gaming Rally, which was at the art, one of our art galleries in San Francisco. We got like a gang of them. I enjoyed it because it was more women in the attendance. You know what I mean? And also for my personal reasons, it was more women of color, and I was loving it. I mean, gamers, designers, streamers, students, all of that. I really enjoyed that. Also, they had video game companies like Ubisoft and Sledgehammer and Bad Robot Games, I think that's the name. Mm-hmm. They were there having goodie bags, showing support, recruiting, and networking as well. They had the food and the appetizer and the drink. They had a panel upstairs on the second floor, which stated some things like, yes, we are in the video game industry like 47%, but it's, for me, there was not, like, they should have put a black chick on the panel. You know what I'm saying? They should have had an African American woman of color in the gaming industry on the panel, and they did not have that. Not knocking the ladies on the panel, but it should have been more diverse for me. But the empowerment was there, the love was there. It was no cattiness. I didn't feel no cattiness there. And I, you know me, I came through in my like Banana Republic blazer and my little jeans, with my little booties. My feet hurt at the end of the day, but it felt good to meet women in the industry, because it motivated me more to do what I continue to do. You know what I mean? Right. The next day, let me see. I went to, I'm not going to say the name that they named it. I'm just going to say it how I'm going to say it.
It's Blacks in Gaming.
Yes, Blacks in Gaming. AKA,
Biggs. You can say Biggs.
It was, I went to that event. It was more laid back. It was a more laid back event, and I still, I'm still on the side note. I still have my little networking. I had my little business cards in my back pocket. I assumed that it would be a panel, because usually in these events they will have panels for that specific theme, I would say. They didn't have a panel. I was a little bummed out. I'm like, y'all couldn't like round up like 3-4 people and talk for like 30 minutes to encourage us to do what we do. It was cool because it was cool to have drinks and you mingle with people and stuff like that. But for me, I like to hear it. I like to hear the experience from the actual people from the industry. You know what I mean? The best advice, It was nice. I met some people from Twitch. I met some people that I never met and I always wanted to meet. A lot of networking. I come to find out there's a lot of people in the Bay Area that have their independent games, which is great because I'm on PC. A couple of potential opportunities might arise from that. Cross my fingers. But it's important. What's important, like the two things that are important about that for me is, one, I wanted to represent me and grown women gaming to the best of my abilities. I did not want to come here acting like a fool. I didn't want to act like no ratchet hot mess because I knew what time it was. I know that whatever I do reflect on my ladies and myself, and I didn't want to let myself and my ladies down. So I hope I did that for you guys, girls.
Yes, I think you did well. I mean, it was very nice to see you, get debuted in the article and to hear a little bit more about the event. It was nice. Just from the outside looking in, it looked like a well put together event. They typically do a good job of planning those out. Microsoft just seemed like they're like the only of the big 3 publishers that put those events together, in an effort to promote diversity. Of course, they did take a L later on, which we'll get into, but it's like I do appreciate the effort because sometimes this doesn't even happen. So sometimes you got to count the win as they come.
Yeah. And another thing I said, I took from this is, if you truly love what you do, it really don't matter if it's video games. For my personal case,
right.
You got it. If they got events in your area that you can be able to at least afford, or if it's free, try to go, try to mingle, try to connect with the people within your craft, because you don't know, that person might be your potential job, that could be your potential client, that could be your potential come up, your potential bag, you know what I mean, or your potential inspiration, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that's what I got. And if you about the game, if you about their life, that's fine. But if you really more than just talking about it, I seriously suggest you take a step out your comfort zone and try to do these things.
Yeah. And I do appreciate you for not trying to read into the stereotype and things like that. So I mean that takes a lot as well,
Right.
because people always have these preset notions of what we're like, what black people are like, what black women are like, and so sometimes you have to make an extra effort in order to be to change their perception, especially if that's all they know.
Right. And I think that you could definitely tell that the Women in Gaming event is a little bit better produced than the Blacks in Gaming event, but I think that has a lot to do with the fact that we only make up 4% of the population at Microsoft, while we do make up, and that's male and female, and while we do make up 2.8% of the population in tech, it's
less
still
than
not
1%.
enough.
It's less than 1% in gaming. Less than 1%.
So we definitely need more people to be hired at Microsoft within the gaming context, because we are out there, we are qualified, and we are looking. So I think that they are on the right track. I don't believe that people should not be able to tell them that they have a misstep. But I will just keep going because I know we're going to get to the juicier bits. But Google Stadia, which other people pronounce it different.
Stadia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, it sounds like a horrible name. I don't understand who decided
that's not a good name.
The name that we're going with. But sure. So that's what it's called. And what do you guys think about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What about the controller? all that. Like, what do you think? Delilah, go ahead.
Wow. So I did. It was interesting. I said I actually on my lunch break at work, I stopped and I watched the stream that they did. They did a good job of like showing how they're gonna integrate YouTube and the transition between taking your game from one device to another. You could definitely notice the latency that they showed there, but I thought overall the production and presentation was great. They did a really good job of trying to like, this is the message we want to show y'all. This is we want to show you what a world without console would look like. But I think the comparison, they try to do a one-to-one comparison, and I feel like it's impossible because the latency issue. So I mean, while I think it was a good presentation, while I think they did a good job of trying to, promote their message, it didn't hit home with me because I know the truth, right?
And the truth is what?
Is that latency will always be a problem when it comes to playing, online versus playing on a dedicated hardware. Latency will always be a problem because the connection is just not one-to-one yet. We like thinking about it right now. Even in the stream you're watching with our podcast, the clarity is not 100% until the video is fully loaded. Right. You can't even load a video in full clarity, and you're trying to tell me that I'm gonna play a game in 4K 60. Stop it! Like it's just a video, and I can't watch it in 4K right now while I'm streaming it live and audio is coming through and all of that. And you trying to tell me my game's going to be 4K 60? You can't tell me that. Like that, to me, I can look at it and know what I'm looking at and know what I'm seeing. You can pull over that. You can say that to somebody who don't know any better or somebody who don't know anything about tech. And then they would be like, oh, they're going to be better than Xbox. And oh, they're going to be 4K this and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, that's probably in 10 years, maybe. That's probably in 5 years, maybe. I would say easy 8 to 10 years. It's not going to be this fall when they release. So stop it. The latency will be there, and it's not going to be the primary way that competitive gamers are going to use to play their games because input lag will be a problem. So, like I said, presentation was on point. All that was good, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes. So when people was hitting me up on Twitter like, "Oh, they killing consoles," no, they're not. Like, just pump your brakes because that's not going to happen.
All right, what about you, Miss CHAREECE?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not techie like Delilah. That was one of the reasons why I loved her because she always explained stuff to me. That's honestly I'm not. But the internet is not ready for this. I literally cannot play this system. I will never be able to play this. If y'all who listen to that show know, I live in the country. I live in the swamps of Georgia. There is no way in hell I can play this damn system. They literally I had to wait a year and a half to get cable internet at my house. There's places in my town that still have dial-up. There is no way in hell this is working in the backwoods of Georgia. Unless Google is gonna finally bring out their fiber optic cable or whatever, this shit is not working. I'm gonna need them to go back to the drawing board and maybe, and actually say this is only for large cities. This is only for people who have high-speed internet, because people like my ass will always have a console. This right here is not gonna work for us. So that is my concern, that they're basically to a way lying to folks. They're misleading them, thinking that this is gonna work for everybody, because it's not. It's not gonna work, and I want them to actually say that, but I know they're not. So that is my issue with it. I didn't even care about the game or whatever, just the fact that it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I totally agree. I thought about that too. Like, this is all well and good, but a good percentage of our population still doesn't have internet that would support something like this. So I don't see how you expect people to lay down their consoles for this, and then at the same time, it's more like you're coming in as a secondary console market, right?
Right.
Like you wouldn't be someone's primary console because there aren't enough people that would be able to utilize you as a primary console. But that's how they were marketing it, as like, this is the revolution,
It was accessible for everybody. And
right.
It's not going to be. And it's
not.
Well, what do you guys think about that controller?
Ugh.
Trash.
It looked too bulky, like wide. Looked a little bit too wide. It looked like they didn't do much research in regards to like making sure that it was aerodynamic and all that stuff. Like, it just seemed like a lot of effort was put into getting it done.
It looked plasticky. It looked like I would break that in a heavy play session. I would at least crack it.
Go ahead. One thing I wanted to point out too that I forgot to mention was I feel like even with Stadia, like competitions are gonna kill this. You think Steam wants to give up their people's libraries and the ability to play all their games in that central place? Competitions is just oh my god. I see this is going to level of Google Plus. Okay, y'all. When last time you logged into your Google Plus account? Like, let's be real.
Google Plus about to be gone in a minute.
Facts. That's the point I'm making.
April, like next month.
Yeah, like already shut down Google Plus.
Yeah, Google Plus is done. Yeah, so like even not with the controller, to me it felt a little bit. It looked like it was a little bit chunky. I like the integration idea, like as far as like having the little Google Hello or whatever you call it, the little
their assistant.
Yeah, their assistant, Google Assistant thing integrated. I thought that was cool, but I'm like, it's just you. And then the fact that you can use any controller, it's like, okay, I'd rather use my Xbox controller, than to use that. Like, to me, it's just I feel like it's too little, too late. Like, it doesn't. And then if it looked better, if it was like some effort was put into it, then I'd have been like, okay, they trying. You know, they trying to do it. Like, even the on live. If you look back at old videos of remember that streaming service on live from back in the day, on live, that controller looks better than the Google controller. Like that's years old. Like years old. Like they could have looked at the 360 controller and had a better. I'm just sorry. It just wasn't.
I felt like they tried to meld both controllers, and it. Yeah. I don't think they took the best from both controllers.
No, because the staggered analog sticks is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I think like, everyone's gonna say I'm biased, but the Xbox controller, like while transitioning from the PlayStation to the Xbox controller, I felt like it was weird. But once you play with the Xbox controller, you really find out that this is the best for your hands. Like when I play with the PlayStation controllers, I would have more cramping, more often. And I don't have that as much with the Xbox controller. So, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. They're going to call you a fanboy after this.
I don't care. I've like had people that blocked me because they think I'm a bot or whatever. I really don't care. None of you guys pay any of my bills. So, call me a bot if you feel like it. Anywho. Phil Spencer also responded. I don't know if you guys saw that to the announcement of the Google Stadia.
Oh, yeah.
What did you guys think about his internal email that was leaked?
It's so sad.
What do you mean? Why is it so sad?
Well, go ahead.
I'm clicking the right link. Wait a minute.
Yeah, she's talking about the sad. It wasn't sad. Check this out. So I feel like, sorry, I feel like he responded in the way that he was supposed to. Like he know that they've been developing xCloud for years, and that so Google pretty much beat them to the punch in regards to getting their advertisement out first. He pretty much saying, look, okay, we know Google just jumped in, they got some competition, great, but we're gonna go big at E3. Trust me, we checking all these boxes as well. And pretty much stay tuned is basically that's what I got from it. It was like, stay tuned. We're doing the same thing. We knew this was happening. We knew we are positioned. We have the infrastructure and everything to be able to compete with this. So just hold on. We're working on it. It's going, we're going to be able to compete with them 1-1. That's what I took from it.
Okay. Okay. Well, on that note, then he got to back up what he said. That's
right. It has to work at this point. It just has to work.
That's a lot of rah-rah you talking about. You better make sure you better have some games out at E3.
That's it.
Studio,
lady. That's it. That's gonna be the determining factor of all this. It's gonna be about the games. It's all about the games. Always have been. Always will be. So content is king. Gameplay is king. They have all that checked off and all those I's dotted and T's crossed on that. Then it'd be no contest. And plus, they already got people. If my Xbox games can trans over to xCloud, then I'm already ahead of the game. I don't have to buy new games to try your service. You see what I'm saying? I have a library starting out. So That's the only advantage they got, because other than that, YouTube kicks everything's butt. It's so large, it's so big. So having the game integration with YouTube is huge. And so I feel like if Microsoft was to come out, and they come out at the same time, and if Google has the wherewithal for the full YouTube integration, like for instance, like the game we're showing now, which is the Division 2, and after this show is over, you can click play now. That's phenomenal. But it has to work, and it won't because of the latency. But whatever. And neither will xCloud. Like, I firmly believe that I'll have to try it myself. I'll have to see it myself in order to be like believing it. Because right now I'm still skeptical. I'm super skeptical.
All right. Well, lastly, but certainly not least, there was a misstep this week at GDC, or the aftermath from Microsoft. I'm sure all of you guys saw the tweet from Xbox speaking on their Blacks in gaming community.
We got to talk about it, though.
And we do have to talk about it. And I don't know who exactly wants to go first.
CHAREECE.
I'm going to volunteer, CHAREECE.
I know, right? Just throw me on the bus. As we discussed earlier during the week, I hate the name. I absolutely hate the name. Like, y'all could have did so much better than this. I don't know. Just come up with something.
Yeah.
Y'all got marketing people. Delilah, work on that.
Well, me, having a marketing minor, mind you. Marketing minor. If anyone's listening, I have a marketing minor. But no,
that plug in, girl.
I'm just saying. No, I feel like, yeah, you're right. There's so many ways and avenues they could have went about, trying to diversify and say that, look, we have a lot of Black people that work here, that work for Xbox, and we want to kind of promote that. There's so many ways they could have went about it. What I didn't agree with, and what I didn't like, it wasn't so much the name, Blacks at Xbox. It wasn't so much the name. It was, for me, it was some of the phrasing in the post that they put up.
Right.
It's like, our Blacks. That implied ownership. You know what I mean? It has a certain implication when you say our. And so from there, people took it and ran with it. You know how Twitter is, no chill. So people are gonna post what they want to post, say what they want to say about it, and I was just like, it's just not a good look. They could have picked any name. They could have, because the way I would have done this, just to kind of give you some free consulting services. You know what I mean? The way I would have done this is, I would have looked at the Greek alphabet, figured something out there, called it like beta alpha psi, something crazy like that, in order just don't.
It could have been a black
right. It's so many ways they could have did this, and so I feel like they didn't put too much thought into the name. Didn't put too much thought into posting, and I'm pretty sure they did. Like, because these type of things are vetted by PR groups. I'm pretty sure they put, they had, in my opinion, they had to. This is a big company. They don't want a PR nightmare, but they still stirred one because it wasn't enough that was done. And so, to me, this just makes me feel like they don't have enough diversity there to catch these type of things, or either it was just overlooked too much. So I mean, obviously we won't know the full truth of why this happened, but I do see it as a definite problem, and it's something that can easily be fixed and easily be remedied. So hit me up on Twitter, we can talk about it.
Yeah, right. I agree with Delilah in the sense that the name Blacks in Gaming doesn't really bother me, which, just because it doesn't bother me doesn't mean that I'm saying that it shouldn't bother you.
Exactly.
But it doesn't particularly bother me, but the way that they worded it was horrible. They did a horrible job wording this and getting it out. And I kind of told the ladies earlier that I feel like, we all know that somebody dropped the ball. Whoever was in charge of the big event, which I do like, the hashtag big, and they could have said, our big event, hashtag big event, whatever. But somebody dropped the ball. Someone did not look at this and think about what other Black people are going to see, because everyone has a different Black experience.
That's right.
So they should have looked at it not just from your experience, but from how other people are going to see this. Even the photo, we didn't really touch on the photo, but even with the photo, while it looks nice, it doesn't really convey the right message I think they really want to get across.
I mean, I thought the image was great. What I didn't like, and this is just a personal thing for me, is I didn't like the controller, like with the two fists bumping and on the controller. I thought that was, to me, it just wasn't. It didn't look nice. Yeah. First of all, it looked bad, and that they could have did so much better. Like, I mean, if it just seemed rushed. It didn't seem like that part of it was done to and had the level of funding or backing as women's in gaming. That's what it felt like.
And again, I think a lot of that is because it probably is like one or two guys that are tasked with getting something like this out. And just like, I don't know, if you, just like how we were with, or when I was asking Phil about more of their women in gaming and stuff, I think that now, since then, they've put more resources into that. And I think that they need to do the same with blacks in gaming. They need to put more resources into this. They need to take a step back and think, all right, we failed here. How can we make this better? Yeah. I totally agree with everyone voicing their opinions and saying that, you know, they need to do better because they need to know that they need to do better. But some people were taking it super overboard. I don't believe that they might as well be calling us the N-word. That's kind of far-fetched.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
But
Twitter, it is a fail. Amplified. Things get way amplified on Twitter. And extreme, sensationalized. And so it's like, the problem I have is Microsoft has the resources to clean this stuff up. Like they have the resources to be like, this is a group. This is what they said. This is what they picked the name. This is what we think it is, and give a backstory on why they chose that name. Right. That would go miles because you will avoid stuff like this. Completely avoid stuff like this.
And they reply just to say that, oh well, it's been this way forever. That's not a justified reply. Y'all need
we didn't know about it. Clearly, they were advertising them.
Right.
What it is
I mean, Lady and I knew because we've been to the event.
Right.
And we always have said, we always have said, like, you know, this name is trash. We always said that. Right. So,
and they instead of that half-assed backstep, they need to just erase the tweet and try again. You know, I don't think that you saying, well, we've had this community for a long time, that doesn't really help the situation.
Yeah, putting your foot down right now doesn't help. It just doesn't help.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, what it also would also be helpful is we always talk about people of color in the gaming industry, but we also need them in the PR industry.
That's right.
Do you have to, because if they had at least one black person in the PR industry who would have looked this
but you never know. They could have had a black person there, but the black person there was a kid who went to private school their whole life, never really.
This is true. This is true.
Was involved in the black community directly. So
they could have asked the janitor they was in the bathroom, but
you're hilarious.
Stop it!
I'm
think it's that bad now. Come on,
honestly, y'all know I'm petty. Y'all know I ain't got good sense, but still,
petty for all of us, girl. You petty for
somebody got to. Hey, I told you, I got y'all. But they could have asked somebody on the street, "Hey, read over this real quick before you." Like anything would have been better than what they said. If anybody listening to this, you're in school right now, communication. There you go. Honestly, we need magazine writers. We need journalists. We need black people to be in these fields that way we can get our stories told our way.
Especially if the spending is lopsided. Especially if the spending is lopsided. Like for instance, to give you an example, Nike knows how to market to black people. You get what I'm saying? You know, when the industry is lopsided, and you know the spending is incredible from the black community. It's like you should, if you know, when you look at your statistics from your Xbox Live demographic sheet, and you see that it's 46. Let's say a close to even split between black and white people playing on Xbox. You should know that you need to market to these people and market properly. And the fact that your company has 4%, that just speaks volumes. It speaks volumes to me. It just does. So, I don't know.
All right. Well, I think we've eloquently said our opinions. So, Lady, I think you have one more announcement, and then we're going to close out.
Okay, check. I don't see no questions, so we're going to do this. Look.
Wait, my husband.
Huh?
My husband
He
had a
has one?
question. Yeah, I told him that we have questions
Yeah,
at the
shout out
end.
to my boy. Yay!
Oh God.
What was his question?
I'm trying to find. He didn't put questions like normal people, but let me try to find it.
Yes, you know we can't see it that
Yeah, I'm
quickly.
looking.
Sometimes we get no questions one week, and then
They
next
blow
week we
up.
like
Right.
they blow up. So it's okay. I'm just taking a look.
Questions. Let's see. Oh, I don't see it now.
It was
Do
something
you
about
think
There you go.
GDC has more exposure if it was hosted in different cities
In
throughout
different
the
cities.
US?
Yes. Come
Yes.
to Jacksonville, Florida. Come.
Well,
Classic
GDC
Village.
and
Did you
E3. You said come to
They-
Jacksonville, Florida. Wow.
Yes.
I'm done. I'm biased. I need to stay on the West Coast.
No, you come out here and I can take you to the swamp.
Okay.
I'm biased.
Nobody
I
want to
like-
go to the swamp. Stop it, Charisse. Lord. Anyway,
All right. Well, why
Hey,
don't
y'all
you ladies go ahead and
Alright.
start with your outros?
I know I can't. We can't. Well, look, I gotta do this. Oh, when do GWG do a Fright Night this year?
when GDC
No.
Man, I don't.
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
They know I don't
we
do
do not
scary
do scary
games.
games.
They know. They already know. Half of us don't do
Alright.
scary games. So
that, me and El Boogie will. I'm sorry, El Boogie. I gotta do this. On behalf of Grown Women Gaming, and we got what 500 of them things.
Yeah.
We got 500 of them
yes,
things. Huh?
501.
All right.
Ooh. Let's go.
Okay, I have a code to give away. Okay. It is I have a question. The winner who answers this question must follow me on Twitter so I can be able to give out the code, and must answer the question while we do our outros. The winner will get a code for the Ultimate Edition of the Division 2 on behalf of Grown Women Gaming. If y'all ain't got the game, y'all better guess. So before we do our outros, the question for the giveaway is, what month of the year, like what month do we celebrate like everything, like the channel, the camaraderie between us ladies and everything? You just got to put the month there and follow me on Twitter and you got the game, and that's it. Let me write it down. Okay, you can start outros.
Cool.
All right, Charisse, why don't you start?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and all of our people watching and our lurkers, thank y'all for joining this afternoon. Thank y'all for listening to us and supporting us. It's your girl Charisse here. I will be on the division all week because my husband will be gone. I will get lady level 30 if it kills me.
But,
All right,
but
I'm
you
done.
playing when you get off?
Well, no, I'll be up this afternoon. I gotta pretend to clean up first.
Man,
so
she don't want to play with us. She level like 30
Oh, that's
practically.
fucked up.
Come on, let's be
I'm
real.
playing. If I have to carry you, I'm playing.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all hilarious. All right, Miss Delilah, go ahead and do your outro.
Oh yes, you guys know you can find me on Twitter, Delilah_HD. Thank you everyone for joining us on the show this afternoon, and we'll catch you guys next week. I will be doing Tick Podcast tonight, so you know we're gonna be talking about some of these same topics. So if you want to hear a in-depth analysis on this more, please feel free to join me there. But yeah, thanks everyone. We really appreciate you guys.
All right, go ahead, lady.
I'm sorry, I was typing this up. I want to thank everybody that stopped by. We got 26 of them things today. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You already know me. I'm not gonna go through all that today. Lady_infamous30 is my Twitter. Everything Grown Woman Gaming will be there. Everything Lady Infamous 415 will be there. We're gonna play the division as soon as we get off. I'm trying to give away this game. And I just want to say thank you for the support, and it's an inspiration for me. It boosts me up. It keeps me going.
All right, you guys, and this is LBOOGIE0208. We really appreciate every single one of you guys that have shared your Saturday morning with us. Every Saturday morning, we see you guys. We see we're growing. We love all of you. And you can catch me, LBOOGIE0208, on Twitter and on Mixer weekdays at 10 a.m. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to hit us up. Once again, we love everybody and have a blessed Saturday.
Okay. Before.
Might as well announce that.
Yeah, might as well. Okay. Tiger King, you are absolutely correct. The month is July. If you guys don't know, we do fly in July every year for our anniversary. So congratulations. Hit me up on Twitter. Get this ultimate edition of Division 2. Congratulations, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't even got the ultimate edition, but you gonna get it today. So congratulations on that. So okay, that was my announcement. You guys, thank you so much. Okay.
All right, you guys. Thanks again.
Bye.